welcome everyone to Let's Talk FGC. We are in our, 15? Pentultimate? No, that's not it. We're in our final episode for the season. It's been 10 episodes this season. It's been a real good run. And, what a perfect send-off in to sit with my brothers in arms. So, if you guys are first time tuning in to here, this is called Let's Talk FGC. It's a first to 10 Q&A between me and now our guests for the evening. A somewhat deep dive into what the FGC might not know about the collective, their views, and some other interesting topics along the way. If you'd like to follow me and find out more about FGC Africa and Sheldzable, hit ! Socials in the chat for YouTube and Twitch. Today's guests are almost all of FGC Africa's admin team, the people behind the scene, doing what they can to get the African NRS scene as much as exposure as they can. The team is made up of myself, aka Sheldon Aka Sheldzable, Zengani, aka someone who changes his gamer tag too much, Prakash, aka Parasurama, Lebo, aka MadTitan, Carlo, aka CharlieWolf, Jivan, aka MrJivs, our newest member, and missing tonight is Bryan, aka Bliono. The FGCAfrica admin team, how are you all doing?
Thumbs up from us.
So good, man.
Oh, good.
Awesome.
So happy to be here, and really, we don't miss Bliono at all. He doesn't need to see this. He was dead weight anyway. I mean, he doesn't really contribute. So I mean, screw him.
Absolutely.
He's secretly watching
I
now.
said that with love.
Yeah, he's secretly watching. Like, damn it.
I should be here.
Guys, so today we're chatting to FGC Africa, all of us, the 6-man team, 7-man team, obviously just missing Bliono today. We're chatting about FGC Africa's mission statement, grassroots, its future plans, and what each team member does. So right off the bat, there's going to be a little bit of an interactive stream this time around when our first 10. It's a Q&A, so remember to feel free to ask your questions in the chat, and that's a big one. Ask FGC Africa related questions in the chat at Sheldzable, please, in the chat, and I will make sure to look out for them as we're going along and ask them as we're going. So we're going to get straight into it, and we're going to go straight into question number 1, and let's talk some foundations. Now, everyone may not know FGC Africa's background, but FGC Africa originally started as a WhatsApp group founded a long time by Lebo and some others in, say, I think 2014.
Yeah, roughly about then. I think just at the precipice of MKX, actually, just after that tournament we had by Stir Kineko.
Yeah.
We got bodied terribly on that day. It was awful. In fact, I think actually where it even started is with, and Zane can comment, is we actually started playing MK9 as a small group in the West. And then when we went to Stir Kineko, we're like, this is kind of awesome. Like, so many other people here will play this game. It would be great to kind of expand this. And Para, you're also part of that movement as well in MK9. But Para sucked then. I mean, I always bodied. I was the king of MK. No, not your time to come.
I met you in MKX, man.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay, that's why. In fact, Para, when I met you at MKX in the tournament, it was you and I doing Kun Jin. It was a face-off during the standard Kun Jin fight.
I was Kun Jin.
Yeah, I remember that. I think Kun Jin was actually my final pick. But Aaron Black was who I started with. But yeah, so I mean, look, we just kind of blew it up from there, from that actual point, and it's been amazing. It's been a beautiful journey all throughout, and it's blown up to where it is right now, to all these special admins that are with us today. But yeah, at its inception, it was led really by Para, myself, Zane's brother Lusungu was in there as well, and we just started incorporating, just gathering the rest of the other soldiers, and it's been a beautiful thing right now.
Rad. Yeah, that's what, I was going to expand on that. So similar time, I had created the Steam WhatsApp group. So
I never knew that.
Yeah, now you know, Jivs. I created the Steam WhatsApp group, and me and Para and I think Mark were like one of the first 3 people on it. And I started just getting people in and expanding. And during, I think, just over time, because now it's been, 7 years since then, things have developed. And I would say FGC Africa developed its biggest during the pandemic to become the social platform that it's become to show off the African NRS scene. So over these last 7 years, what do you think was the breaking point that really pushed people to get to the next level? That's directed to anyone that wants to answer it. Especially part of the African NRS scene. What do you think broke us in, other than the expansion?
For me, I don't know, but I kind of started realizing that Africa had a bigger part to play when I saw Mr. 5000 go to, I think it was to Celtic Throwdown in 2019. I think Para was at that event as well. And I think the first match because I was obviously watching that stream with quite a bit of eagerness just to see how we're going to do. And I remember Mr. 5000's first game that was streamed was against Undead Jim. And he bodied Undead Jim so badly, it was like, wow, Mr. 5000 is competing against these guys that you only see on a YouTube stream or that you hear about in these pro competitions. And that's when I realized that, Africa has a bigger part to play than the part that we were playing at that time. I mean, we've never had a pro event previously. We've never had an NRS event come down to us and say, listen, we're going to run something for Africa as well. And I think since that time, it was also around that time when Mortal Kombat 11 was fairly new. I've obviously came into the NRS scene before that already, but I think the breaking point, as you are, Sheldon, was really when I saw Mr. 5000 competing on the international scene, and not just competing, but actually standing firm and bodying these guys. To see him play against Dragon, I mean, we all knew who Dragon was at that time, probably one of the premier Citron players on the planet. And he went down 2-0 in that particular match, but it could have gone either way. And that's when I realized that no, there's Africa has a bigger part to play in terms of not just the NRS scene, but in competitive FGC games just in general.
Yeah, I want to add that in the recently, I mean, let's say from the start of the pandemic, I've really seen a jump in players, in the local players, trying to push to get better because of channels like this channel and Charlie, your channel, and the FGC Africa channel is just showcasing more and more talent, and it's evident. You see like Mr. Aquaman tuning into the streams, and when you know that, holy cow, there's this international American player is actually watching us, he's watching what has Africa got, it motivates one to get better and to become a better fighting game player, so that you can just add to the pool of talent that's here.
Definitely. I think, Jivs, part of that also was, when I was talking about these questions and actually coming up with them, I was thinking, the pandemic was obviously a big break for us, but it wasn't only a big break for us, but it was also a big break for the community. The amount of new blood and new people that joined over the pandemic that just wanted a sense of community and people to participate with and get involved, those are the people that have now stayed for the long haul. We're a year and a half later, and almost 90% of the players that joined are still around, and it's good to see.
Yeah. When you started that WhatsApp group, did you ever imagine there'd be so many stickers?
No, I didn't know stickers were ever.
Stickers weren't there that time.
I remember when me and Para had to sit down and draw up the rules, because damn, the stickers got out of hand at one point.
And equally, I think we've always just had talent just in Africa. Just, regardless, I don't think it was something that we should have been able to shy away from. I remember when we started this, the whole vision was to put Africa on the map. That was literally the vision of this WhatsApp group, and just grow together as players, meet together, and just sharpen each other, and just to be able to compete and show the world what we can do. I mean, MK9 was a bust. We couldn't really do that well. MKX, I think, started creeping in, and I think that's when we started getting a little bit more international presence. And when I say that, I'm trying to remember the one guy who fought. He had an exhibition match on Ketchup and Mustard's channel. The guy from Angola used to use Reptile. Angola? Dark Bass, Dark Bass.
William.
And he was
Mozambique, yeah.
Dark Bass, Mozambique. He was really good, and that's the first time we saw him. I was like, okay, so we're actually not too far from the mark. And then having to
Mozambique,
grow each
brother.
other. Yeah, Mozambique. Okay, thank you for chiming in 10 minutes later. But yeah, okay, so Dark Bass from Mozambique, and obviously, that to see that that level of competition, and know that we're actually not too far from the mark. You get bodied, yes, but it wasn't horrific. You're nervous, as expected. But it was, we always had the roots to see us, grow and be on that international presence. So I mean, again, yeah, and I think when Nips even came on during that pandemic last year, or was it the year before, and even showcased us, we just, and everyone was, now the whole world was watching. We had eyes on us, and so we knew we could get there. We had talented players. We got good players from Zambia, from Zimbabwe, South Africa, Egypt, Senegal. So the talent is definitely there. We just had to try and unearth it and get it to just play against each other, and that's the whole purpose of this thing as well.
Yeah, finding the platform. And that was it. Was I think when it comes around to it, the breaking point is subjective to everyone, but it was nice to have a platform to push it on. And when we all sat down together and we started taking FGC Africa seriously and getting the stream serious, it kind of just happened naturally. I don't think anything was forced at all.
Yeah. And just the time of with COVID and everything, it makes it blow up even more, more and more people getting inspired from one another, more and more YouTube channels opening up.
Exactly. Now,
more and more exposure.
My next question is it flows into this, but I've had a request because obviously we got a couple of viewers that don't know everyone. So I'm going to skip over to question number 4, which was to give an overview of everyone in FGC Africa. So we'll go back to question number 2 in just a little bit. So we're just going to skip on over to question number 4, which was an overview of what everyone in FGC Africa does. Now, obviously no one knows a bunch of the people, but there are people that do certain things. You've obviously seen a couple faces, but you might not know everyone. So we're gonna go through everyone, and we're gonna do a little bit of an introduction, a little hi, my name is, a little round table. It's a bit of what they do at FGC Africa, and as well as their full-time job. So I'll start with me and Bliono, because Bliono is obviously not here. So if anyone who doesn't know, Bliono is our little African Picasso. He is our art director. He is the man who creates the beautiful imagery that you see for our streams, and he is a full-time designer himself. I don't know what's the correct term. What is his full-time job, Carlo? You would know.
He's the Picasso of the FGC, Sheldon. That's his full-time job. And just so, by the way, he's also a graphic designer.
Yeah, graphic designer. That's the word, a designer, yes. And myself, I'm the social media man. I create brackets. If you see tweets or Discord messages, or any general things on Facebook or posts on the WhatsApp, that's usually me. And I am a full-time IT technical advisor. Carlo, you have the table, my man.
I don't know who Carlo is, guys. I'm CharlieWolf. You guys probably know me from my channel, CharlieWolf Gaming. In terms of FGC Africa, I'm a streamer, commentator, tournament organizer, Salt Series advocate. That's basically me. And as a full-time job, I just happen to be a business consultant as well.
Works out good. Lebs, MadTitan.
That's right. That's right. Calling with you, man. Sorry, Wolfie. I only answer to MadTitan, particularly on these streams right now. And my role in FGC Africa is more actually commentating than anything else right now. I'm modding, helping the background, trying to facilitate wherever I can in all spots to try and fill in wherever I can. My full-time job is actually sales. I'm the head of sales at IE MSA. It's laborious, it's boring, but that's pretty much me.
Lebs is also, forgets to say, he's also our communications man. He's our upfront person that contacts the players.
Yes.
In and out.
Yes, the whole damn time. You're Don King, just organizing these damn fights. So that's pretty much me.
Parasurama.
I don't do much. I just I just give my opinion in meetings and I commentate sometimes, and I play sometimes for FGC Africa, and I'm also a doctor.
Come on now.
The good
A
doctor.
good doctor.
Come on now.
Para is
I love
our analytics man. He accepts in when we're being stupid, when we're all making bad decisions. He goes, guys, you need to think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
So Para's our elder god. MrJivs, our fresh blood.
Oh,
Intern.
yes. Yeah, what's up, guys? Me, Jivan. Yeah, I'm the new intern here. You know, basically, I haven't really done anything yet. They haven't given me a job to do yet, but let's see what the boss men throw my way. Yeah, my job is to manage salt, take care of salt. Secretly, I like to orchestrate certain matches to take place without anybody noticing. But yeah,
Involving yourself, Jibs.
mostly involves myself just because there's just so much salt. But and I'm going but yeah, and I studied cinematography recently, and I play with cameras for a living.
Right.
And sometimes I act. Yeah.
And he's a stunt double for Johnny Depp.
Ah, yes, how could we forget? And for those who don't know, Jivs will be taking on the Combat Africa series streaming when it returns as well, to bring more people into our rotation, along with myself, Carlo, CharlieWolf, and
Who's
MrJivs
Carlo?
being
Carlo?
streamers. Sorry, pal.
I don't know. Some
I'm on
weirdo.
first name
Some
basis.
weirdo.
Some weird dude, yeah.
Some weirdo.
Who's lives? Anyway.
Yeah, who's that? Crazy talk.
Anyways, and then we
You
have
should join my department. Join my business development dude. That's what I am for FGC Africa. It's actually a business development manager. You should come through. bro.
business development. and then we have Zeng, the
All
little
is
quiet
developing new
horse.
markets, bro.
And then we have Zeng.
Welcome to Wolf.
Let's just see. Am I still lagging on the
No.
mic? Or can you
No,
guys hear me?
You're all good and
Now we can hear you, fam.
all good.
All right. FGC Africa. I consider myself an admin assistant and backup comms. When there's no one there, I'm the backup. When the good guys are not available, I'm the backup.
What's the full-time gig there, Zeng?
I think we kind of lost him. This is the bank.
Oh, fantastic. He's also a part-time
Sounds
robot.
good.
So yeah, that's basically the overview of Zeng's. We can't really carry on that, but
Just cut off.
that's
You'll hear his delayed answer in 2 minutes, guys. You'll hear it. Don't wait. It will come through from the lag.
that's the 7 of us that have currently been doing majority of FGC Africa's tournaments and such. You've seen CGL's Console Combat, Khan of Africa, your Combat Africa series. That's us. It's just 7 of us who've got full-time jobs and are just trying to expose the scene. So if you haven't yet, the Twitter and YouTube channel is below everyone. Please give that a look out if you are tuning into this episode at another period of time, and definitely support the African scene, because that's the whole point. African exposure. And that's where I go back to question number 2, which was Africa will rise has become our mission statement over time. First and foremost,
Yes.
we are a promotion collective. We're not a company because we don't earn no money for what we do. We
No, we don't.
we simply
We only get enjoyment.
yeah, we all are, full-time lads that are just do this in their spare time, and as lockdowns ease and we start going back to normal, what can we expect to see from African players overseas, and are we going to see any locals, guys?
I hope we see a big return of locals, personally, because
Yeah.
I mean that's how I got introduced into the scene. It was like literally a few months before COVID-19. This man at the bottom here, Dr. Para, I met him at Comic Con Africa,
Dope.
and that was my first ever experience actually in like a local fighting game tournament. And I just remember seeing this guy go up against Shokan in the grand finale, and he was just at this PlayStation booth, and you just see this whole crowd of people like surrounding him, like watching the screen, like cheering on, like, and I was like, holy cow, this is a crazy scene. I mean, I got taken out on my first match of that tournament, but when I was watching these guys go at it, I was just like, oh my gosh, is that what God tier looks like? Like, what is this? And then, yeah, after the competition, like, you know, chatting to one another, and then Para actually came up to me and was very friendly guy. He just, you know, started chatting, and we played a few games, and then he invited me to the WhatsApp groups, and that's how I got involved in these WhatsApp groups. So just that vibe and then energy from that local scene, like I would really like to experience something like that on that level again, and bigger, because Africa deserves it. Yeah.
Good. Carlo, have you got anything in the works? CharlieWolf, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to ask now, which Carlo? I've actually been kind of working behind the scenes on getting quite a few things going, especially once lockdown, you know, just the restrictions subside and everything kind of resumes, gets closer to back to normal, I guess. Meeting with a couple of people who have venues here in Cape Town just to see what the possibilities are. It's a little bit iffy at the moment. But I think once everything is kind of closer to what we used to know as normal, you'll probably see a couple of offline events, small scale to start off with. But I think small scale is probably better than nothing at all, as is the case right now. So, yeah, work from there. I think once you get one going, it will become two, and then it will just expand. So, yeah, we'll probably see quite a few offline things happening. And I think part of what I want to try to do is actually to get the guys in my community here in Cape Town together, and actually just have a good few people putting something together, rather than just 1 or 2 people working in the background. So, yeah, definitely something that we have in the works.
Good. Really glad to hear that. So those listening back, you can be good to know that online is easy. Offline is another kettle of fish. Hey, Lebs?
Oh, yeah, you already know, bro. Yes, sir. Offline is how we started all this stuff, man. And that's how we kind of built this community and built the camaraderie, and that's how it was birthed, man. And you know, it's always a beautiful thing when brothers get together and just, you know, start a play and everything. And it's actually even quite cool to see, you know, even girls starting to play this game. I mean, half of them always bothered me online, and I kind of like it because it's great to see that they want to get in it as well. And we're going to start seeing a lot more of your faces just online. I think we've just been kept away and at bay, you know, online, and there's something more that comes. Again, like you said, it's a different kettle of fish when you're doing it in person. So I, for one, can't wait to see a lot more offline events happen.
Well, look, MadTitan, I'm just saying that my wins offline against
Are we go again?
I haven't lost to you offline, so.
But you've lost many times online.
I've still got all offline wins. I'm just that's all I'm saying.
2013. Are you serious? You're gonna bring that right now? 8 years later? Dude, that crown is old. That crown is old. Yeah, bro. It ain't going down.
I'm gonna hold that W. Don't worry. Bill the Conqueror in chat saying that he's excited to support CharlieWolf in getting an African MK11 player to Evo 2022. That would
be Vegas 22, baby. Oh. Vegas 22.
Good stuff. I want to see African presence all up in that business. Para's probably going to come over to Celtic Throwdown again, and I'll probably see him there.
Oh, yeah, Zane, did you say something, bro?
I'm saying, speaking on the offline scene, I remember the first time I actually attended an offline event was here in Zambia. Because I remember I registered for the MKX Cup, but I had left South Africa at the time, so I couldn't play there. But when I came back to Zambia, this is the first time I met 5K and the boys. Quizzes crossed 5K, and I thought I'm going to body these guys. First game I go in. flawless victory. No, I didn't get the flawless, but I was given one. Guys can actually play like this in Africa. I was actually shocked at the level of play, man. And I remember the first person who won the first tournament I attended was none other than Dexter Fury, man. That guy owned us in the early stages of MKX. Very good player, man. He had Newt for days, man.
Yeah.
And it's a very exciting feeling. Even though I lost, I would still go back, pay my entrance fee, and play again just for the experience again.
That's good. Talking about players and unknown entities, Khan of Africa is around the corner, with arguably, I'd say, the last real push for MK11. Who do you think has a very good chance at taking out the Khan? Para, you go first.
I suppose based on the recent results, Vuyo or Valve Overkill, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good
Valve's
chance.
coming up.
That would
Charlie
be my
Wolf?
pick too.
I'm going to go with none other than Mr. 5000. No, Mr. 5000 is known as one of these guys that is basically at the top of every NRS title that has come out since, I think, Injustice 1 or probably MKX. And the weird thing is that he has never held the title of Khan of Africa yet. So I think this is Mr. 5000's time. And I'm sure Bill the Conqueror in chat will agree with me.
MadTitan?
Man, you know, I'm gonna go with Par on this one. Just Valve Overkill has been something. I remember when we first met online, like I was wasting him. It was just a joke. Now I'm just getting destroyed at every corner and turner. It's ridiculous. This man is evolved, and I think what I appreciate most about him is that his growth and where he's at. And I think that the stronger his competitor is, the stronger he becomes. And I think he's someone that you don't want to miss. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Par on this one. I'm gonna go with Valve.
MrJivs?
I think when you hold the title and somebody takes it away from you, that's when you get extremely motivated to take it back. So I think I'm going to go with Killjoy because I think probably after Mark took it, he's going to want to get back at him. And he's going to want to put the shark in a tuna can. So let's see what it does.
Zing?
My pick is none other than the good doctor, Para.
Hey!
See, the thing is, like you said, towards the end of every NRS title, this man always pulls through, makes winners, finals, grand. Just remember from MKX all the way through to Injustice 2, he was always the dark horse. But when we came to the final tournaments, he was always in the winners.
Yeah, that's
so I'm picking Para for this one.
Good choice.
So admins are allowed to enter?
Yeah, of course.
Oh shit! Okay, I didn't know.
Of course. This
Okay.
is
But
Khan
in
of Africa.
that case, my money is on Mr. Jibs.
In that case, my money's on myself if I was MadTitan. Humble.
Sorry, what?
You gotta be humble.
What's funny, why I'm laughing is because I don't like that.
So, going back to, FGC Africa, while we end the first half of our first to five, is some people would like to get involved with FGC Africa, and as you know, we have Jivs, who's recently joined as our fresh blood to become a weekly streamer for PC and PS4 Combat Africas, which are going to be starting up again after Khan of Africa.
Yeah, you said late September, early October. Yeah.
So, as a team, what is FGC Africa looking for in streamers or commentators, and what can they do to be a part of FGC Africa's admin team if they want to be? What do we need? What are we looking for?
From our side, guys, and you mentioned it earlier, Shelds, we all have full-time jobs. We all, do things outside of our passion for gaming, and yet we still come together to put together events for the community. So I think first and foremost is a will and dedication to actually be part of it, because I think it's very easy to look at what we do and say, oh, I want to be there. But guys, make no mistake, this is some hard work
For sure.
to
Yeah.
get everything sorted out outside of your normal life and putting food on the table, and then still having to, entertain a community in the way that we want to. And as you've seen, that the production has increased, the team has grown. And I mean, we're only 7. That's a small team for a community that has been around for 7 years, as you mentioned at the beginning, Lebo. Titan,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So it does take a bit of dedication to actually be part of something like this. And I think once you kind of looking within and say, okay, I've actually got this and I want to contribute. The only thing I think you need thereafter is a PlayStation console or PC. A PC or laptop that's capable of streaming, and I don't even think you need to have a commentator's voice, because I think the more and more you do it, the more and more it just becomes natural. I mean, Lebo sucked when he started commentating, and listen to him now,
I think
sharing a desk with Mr. Aquaman. I mean, for goodness sake.
he's all right.
So, these things happen, miracles happen, they say. And I mean, yeah. So, yeah, guys, jokes aside, just a bit of dedication, console, PC capable of streaming, a decent mic, unlike MadTitan. And
Agreed.
yeah, I think you're good to go.
Agreed.
Guys, the honest truth is that from Carlo's side, guys, every shot he was firing at me is actually pretty true. I know my mic sucks.
The funny thing is,
commentating.
Honestly,
I think I still do suck.
He gets this every week when we used to have our weekly meetings. We've been trying to get this man to buy a new mic and buy a new camera.
I think we should start the Matsurino page for a microphone for Titan.
That'll be great.
All Con of Africa funds go to MadTitan.
That'll be awesome.
New kits.
Yeah.
Jim Chori asked, do we need to know frame data? Half the time we don't know what we're talking about. We learn from the chat.
Yeah.
So
In K11,
Fake it till you make it, Jim. Fake it till you make it.
So,
There you go.
on that note, guys, please feel free to reach out to any one of the admins if you'd like to get involved. We'll, like we said, if you're willing to be involved and to take some time out of one day out of your week every 2 or 3 weeks, it goes a real long way. And check what we've done so far, and if we can carry on expanding that as soon as new titles and new games come out, and continuing with obviously with MK11. Just look at what the African scene can do. We're at the end of our first half. I'm just going to remind everyone to please follow me on Twitch if you're watching there. Follow me on YouTube as well. Hit the notification bell if you haven't. I only go live for Let's Talk FGC, so if you don't want to miss any of the podcast, go ahead. I'm also on Anchor, which is a division of Spotify. Podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all the bunch. You can listen to this audio extravaganza on there as well. But more importantly, please go and follow FGC_Africa on Twitter, as well as FGC Africa on YouTube and Twitch. Bonus question time: who would win in the next admin only tournament? In the next game, not MK11.
Easy.
In the next game.
Easy. Zeng, obviously, man.
No, shut up. Shut up.
Humble FGC Africa we are. Every one of us, I'm gonna win.
Okay, no. I'm going to start and just play it safe here. I'm probably not going to win, but I'll tell you who is going to win, in my estimation. Parasurama. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Para, when a game comes out, he's like, because he's a doctor, obviously he just absorbs information. The frame data goes in, animations go in, and when it comes to the nitty-gritty, Para is the first one to get the mechanics of a game.
Yeah, Para develops
obviously,
positive habits
yeah,
right at the beginning. Sorry, correct.
Very
habits.
quickly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Para, and runner-up will be myself.
Yeah, I agree. Para
I didn't
will
know-
find the broken characters within the first week. And
I do know we're taking opinions from Daily Bread, though.
On Daily Bread. I'm gonna go Para and then myself.
Okay, so the
Charles, you in the UK, right?
76 night best night.
It's Africa only. Africa only. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to just commentate the stream.
Just commentate. Fair enough. Subjugated that straight away.
I'll
Got-
probably go. I'll probably go CharlieWolf.
Aha!
Mm.
Wow. I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
And then I
Guy
don't
was
know.
giving him a signal under
Yeah.
the table there,
I
man.
think I just need to put one person, right? So I'll
Yeah.
just go CharlieWolf.
Yeah, you need to put one. Yeah, but now the rest of us are feeling a bit disappointed. We're going into question number 6, which is something that people ask us, and it's something that we actually chat about quite often in our admin roundtables when we have them. We used to have them weekly, now we do them like once a month because we kind of reached a plateau of we know what we're doing and we know who's doing what and things like that. But we've got a lot of things still to discuss, especially when the new games come out. But a lot of people ask us, is Street Fighter, Tekken, and Guilty Gear, why aren't we doing these tournaments? And what interest do we need to expand into doing this? Parasurama, you go first.
So the first question is, why aren't we doing it? I think the reason we're not doing it at the moment is because we have started from the platform of NRS games. I don't see any reason why we should not do it, because I think to go back, like you said that it started with Lebo's group. Lebo's group, the first name it was Who's Next, I think, and that was
Correct.
based on MKX's statement of Who's Next. And then when Injustice came out, it was renamed FGC Africa because then it's incorporating more than one title. But I think, like, in terms of Street Fighter and all these other games, I really think it's about time that we do start doing these games. However, at the moment, we need the manpower or woman power or whatever power in order to follow through with it in terms of commentating and streaming and the rest.
On that note, if you are a Tekken, Tekken, Street Fighter, or Guilty Gear streamer and you want to use FGC Africa's platform, please also get involved. We would like to get involved. We would like to participate, but a lot of us are NRS only.
Yeah, I agree. The community should definitely get involved. And guys, like, yeah, just like Sheldon said, like, step up and say, yo, I really love Tekken. Like, okay, can I host and commentate a local Tekken tourney for the African scene? And then, yeah, just start it from there, you know? Because, I mean, I think majority of the players in the WhatsApp groups and everything like that, I mean, they all seem majority Mortal Kombat players, but there are Street Fighter 5 players, there are Guilty Gear players, there are Tekken players, so they must just make themselves known. And yeah, and just put yourselves out there, guys.
If you guys didn't know, there is a FGC Discord, which is quite big, and it has a lot of players from those games. I don't know if their tournaments and such are as active as ours are, but they're definitely there. And
I know about them. They have offline sessions. So they have offline sessions in Cape Town and also in Joburg. And I used to go there. I think Fabio and Brandon joined me once or twice, where we would go and we were like the only NRS people there, but we used to go there anyway, and like we used to play Street Fighter and whatever. But yeah, so they are usually with offline. I think Sigma once made an online tournament that CharlieWolf and I joined in on, but I don't recall any other events after that.
I think in terms of the other titles, Shells, the way I see it is probably from two fronts. One, I think Para mentioned already about the manpower / woman power around just running with other tournaments or other titles rather. But I think also because the turnaround time for NRS games is what, 2 years, 3 years if you consider COVID, and the next title probably going to be announced in December. Fingers crossed.
Very likely.
I think also getting into titles like Street Fighter, Tekken, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Killer Instinct, etc. It's probably late in its lifespan, so I think the opportunity, for me personally at least, lies in the release of the new titles. And definitely I think we're restricting ourselves if we are going to stick to only NRS titles. I think there's an opportunity for games like King of Fighters 15, it is around the corner. There's probably the imminent arrival of Street Fighter 6. And I mean, these are titles that I think, especially for me, where I am now on the competitive scene and the community, and bringing things to the community that the community wants. I'm very keen to bring some of the newer titles into the fold as well. So
Good.
I think with Street Fighter, a lot of what you mentioned now, Para, these guys are more active on Twitch, if I'm not mistaken. I've actually seen quite a few of the Street Fighter tournaments happening on Twitch exclusively. And I think also, if you look at the community and the size of the community, I think we're a little bit short-sighted to think that we are, the only established big African
Of course.
FGC, because the Street Fighter community, just as an example, is huge in Africa.
Yeah, they just had the South African series. They just had the Capcom Fighters that they just had down now in South Africa. Had almost
Absolutely.
almost 80
And
entrants just online for their one, and was packed with
exactly.
talented players. It's for me, it's just having a weekly thing, something that's constantly happening, and we
Yeah.
did for a long period of time. I just hadn't seen something as often. I know that Wolf and Punish, they do a Tekken and Street Fighter regular stream every now and then. But yeah, I'm interested to see how we can, if people within our community want to get involved with that. Remember, as you said, we're only 7 guys that have got limited amounts of free time. We can't be doing every game. We need people to come in and help us. So
That's a cool name though. Woof and Pun.
yeah, it is very cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
And big shout outs to Red Bull Hit the Streets. That's also awesome. That's busy going on right now as well. They just had their first qualifier. So there's loads of African things, and it's really nice to see that exposure happening for those games in Africa. And I've been sitting with FGC Africa's Twitter and just retweeting when I can, because the point is just exposure. But CharlieWolf, you are a fighting game channel, and you're saying that you're going to probably start expanding into other games yourself.
Really touched on MKX, Charles, as you've seen once or twice. We've already had a couple of MKX streams. Myself, Para, a few of the other guys were planning an Injustice 2 revival stream, which was kind of put on hold with the start of VVKK, and probably going to continue to be put on hold for the kind of Africa event. I've got Guilty Gear, I've got Tekken, I've got Street Fighter, but I think where I'm at right now, I want to focus more on moving forward rather than trying to revive games that are probably nearing its lifespan or the end of its lifespan. I mean, 2 years into his lifespan, are you saying that kind of Africa will probably be the last real stab for MKX before the next title comes out? And I mean, games like Street Fighters 2016, 2015 for Tekken 7, I mean, these are old games. So I think the opportunity for the community at large really lies with some of the newer games. And I thought that would be the case in terms of Guilty Gear. But personally, I just don't enjoy that.
How's the like connection between players and servers and things for Guilty Gear? Is it somewhat stable?
From what I heard, it's quite good.
Are they using
From what I heard, it's quite good.
Are they using
Because that's
Rolex
not,
code?
it depends whether we can stream stuff. Is actually the usability of it. How stable stuff actually works.
They say that the connection or the netcode is very good for Guilty Gear.
Good. Yeah, are they using rollback? That's the question.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but then
Talking events, guys. Let's go on to FGC Africa again. Can someone take us through how we as a team sit down and plan an event together for those who wanting to do a similar kind of thing with their own games? Lebs, I'll let you crack at this. How do we sit down as a team and plan our events together?
We usually bicker for the first 20 minutes, then diss each other about how bad everyone is at their job, followed by who's better. It's an ego contest. Then we actually do work for 5 minutes. I'm kidding. It's nothing like that. Shouts, if I walk us through the entire thing, it's about, again, we meet naturally, as a team every Monday or Thursday, whenever we come together to try and communicate about these things, setting up, and you, Shelds, will take care of stuff like the brackets and stuff like that. I think only recently did we only start like Match Arena as well to our tournaments. We try and build hype, and obviously we also try and have that out onto comms. So like case in point right now for the Kind of Africa, which we will be having pretty soon actually.
Yeah,
this
18th.
month, if I'm correct, actually.
Yeah,
Next weekend. And so that's next weekend. Yeah. And looking into that obviously, the lead time for that was almost about 2 to 3 months before we actually started putting it out there. So a lot of planning goes into it, and who's going to be on comms, and who's going to be modding in the background. See all of the modders at the moment. We smashed GG as well. So there's a lot of work that actually goes into all of this, and it's definitely not a 1-man or 2-man job. It needs support from all angles for it to happen.
Yeah, I wish Bliono is here as well, because I'd love to also hear his input from the graphics point of view.
Because
that's a lot
for Bliono. But for Bliono, this is both his day job, which he translate into. And I'm not saying that it's an easy task, but I mean, I think any one of us would have struggled to produce what Bliono does. In 1 hour, it would probably take us an entire day. He just has a knack for it, and he's just really good at what he does. And I think each of us have got our own unique talents in as admins as well. You ask the question, what must you have in order to join the admin team? And I think having that unique sort of KSP, whatever it may be, always adds on, whether it comes from your day job or not. And that obviously adds a little flavor to the team.
Yeah, talking about Bliono's process. If you guys would like to know more about how he does it, he had a recent episode on Let's Talk FGC where I went through all of that with him and how he sits down and his little intricacies into that. I actually I'm going to share a tweet later on. I'm going to retweet Kind of Africa's 3. If you actually didn't notice, but at the back of Kind of Africa is 3 black stripes and with both the Khans, it's got Kodal Khan and Shah Khan, and those 3 dividers is to be for Kind of Africa 3. So there's little hidden details that this man obviously puts in that if you blink and you'll miss it kind of job.
Yeah.
But incredible stuff from Bliono. If you guys do see our artworks and stuff, that's all that majestic man. Talking about that, please. I'm busy checking out signups now on Kind of Africa 3, which is Mark, because Kind of Africa 1 will be Killjoy. Kind of Africa 2 is Mark the Shark, and this is obviously now Mark the Shark defending. Let's check out our signups. We don't want to give the man a free run here, hey? Oh wow, actually a lot more than I thought it was. There's about 45 people signed up, so that's really good to see. No, sorry. Only about 7. So our original one we had 50 plus. We need to start pushing that, guys. So just a reminder, FGCAfrica Team, we need to start pushing sign-ups for that.
If you're watching and you haven't signed up yet,
sign-ups actually in the chat.
You're waiting. Sign up.
We don't want to give Mark a free run. He doesn't. We don't leave this game and he just gets to say, "I was Kind of Africa for Mortal Kombat 11" the whole time.
Valve, if you're watching, dude, sign up.
You need to push in.
He's actually one of the first people that sign up, I think, normally.
MadTitan, thanks for that general overview of what we sit down and stuff. But we basically just go, this is what we're going to do. Who is the people that are going to be commentating? Who's going to be modding for the day? We have backup mods where Zeng, Para, Jivs, Bliono, whoever's not on commentary will then sit, and we'll all sit in a Discord chat and wait for messages to come in on WhatsApp, and wait for messages to come in on Discord, and wait for mod requests to come in where we run these big online events. And we just work together as a team. to run it, and then yeah, that's basically it. And then everyone else plays the game.
Communication is key, guys.
Communication
Speaking of,
is key. Saying
Speaking of Khan of Africa, I think it's also important to tell people rules are very important. Make sure you read the rules and pay attention to what you're doing. Everyone says it's kind of unfortunate he got DQ'd. I'm the one who pulls the DQ card on you guys. I'm in the background there, and I don't even feel sorry for you. I won't even lie to you. I don't feel sorry for you because you should have read the rules.
correct. We go through this every time we host an event. Someone gets DQ'd, and then we're sitting here going, man, I just really wish they read the rules. If you guys are in the FGC or Steam Africa chat, I've just popped in the Khan of Africa sign-ups there for you, so that you can have it and get involved. Another part I was going to mention there was communication is key, which is actually a good segue into the next question, which was, as a team, we've always worked with that kind of mindset. You know, CGL console combat, Varsity Vibe with CharlieWolf Gaming, Aquaman with MadTitan on the Coliseum. You know, is arguably some of our best successes. What has been some of your own personal highlights from working with FGC Africa? I'm going to go through everyone. Let's start with Parasurama.
Me, okay.
What's one of your favorite things that's happened while working with FGC Africa?
I think that the recognition from the international community with all of these new events that came this year with the CGL and the Coliseum, I think I think we've all been working for this since like even though we started it really like with this game, it sort of started in MKX with Shells, Lebo, Carlo, or CharlieWolf, when we used to do those MKX streams, and I think Injustice took a bit of a pause because I think ACGL sort of stepped in on a bigger level.
Sure.
But since this game, I think so. To answer the question, I think it's just like this whole international that people are considering us now, whereas previously they would just glaze over Africa like a whole continent and think that we don't exist.
Great answer. CharlieWolf?
Personal highlight, probably commentating Card of Africa 2. The Saturday prelims, the Sunday finals, just being part of that type of event. And yes, I mean, there's been so many highlights, Sheldon, you know, Khan of Africa, CGL, Coliseum, all good and well. But Khan of Africa is our event.
Yes.
There's no international influence. It's just by Africa for Africa. And to be part of that experience, the Saturday, hosting it at Bliono's place on Sunday, having to rerun it on the Wednesday, I think it was. Just that 5 days for me was the personal highlight. Being involved so closely with so many hype matches by local dudes. I mean, yeah, that was great to see from our point of view.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, and Zeng was also involved. Sorry, because I don't see Zeng, I see the Joker. So, like, Zeng was also there with the MKX stuff. Yeah.
He was. Zeng, your personal highlight?
I think my personal highlight was actually being on comms with Brandon. Good times. I actually watched back some of the streams. Man was a very good hoster and streamer. Surely missed from our team.
Surely missed. For those who don't know, do you want to give us them a catch up or where Brandon's at?
No, you can handle that. You can handle that.
Must I just break the news? For anyone who knows, Brandon stepped down. not step down. He says he's phased interest from FGC games at the moment and spending time playing his own stuff and doing things he enjoys. But I'm sure, and he said he will return. So we will see him again.
The release of the next NRS title,
Yeah.
I'm sure we can convince him to come back into the forefront of FGC and what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll be back. You'll be back.
MadTitan.
Where do you even start? I think there's just been so many. It's just been ridiculous. It's been a beautiful thing to just reflect on. Just even where this whole thing started, to how small we were as a group, as a community, to just this is starting from just playing MKX, just when we had little challenges in the West, or we go to Pretoria with the offlines, go to Para's house, to play and get bodied. I mean, there's just been so much in terms of just FGC as a community, and just where we've gone, both, I guess, from both player and admin perspective. We've had players invited to stuff like We Play, Dragon Temple, and it's a massive honor to see. It's a massive blessing to see, them touching as well, in that international presence in Sky, to let them know that, we're right here, and that Africa will rise and that we'll get there, one step at a time, and they would not to be counted out, and just, there's just so much, to be honest, that I didn't kind of start as to what would be my actual personal highlight, because there's just so many fond memories of just doing this thing, and again, just walking this journey through FGC Africa. I mean, obviously, again, shout outs to Nips, for putting us on the map and having us on. Shout out Mr. Aquaman for considering us, for Coliseum and having that over here, because that was a massive honor. And even doing that as well with Destroyer the first time around, and Mr. Aquaman saying, we're gonna come back, and keeping his promise, and even just now having to have him invite me over to commentate into the North America side, it's just a blessing, man, this whole thing. So sure. I'm fond of too many memories. I can't really pinpoint one, but it's been a fantastic journey, and a fantastic group of people to walk it with as well.
Before we jump into Jivs, I'm going to share one of my favorite ones. Was after we had been in contact, Para had been in contact with the North guys, and their interest had been dissipated due to a little bit of drama. The return of them to come back so humbly, and then ask us to do big events, and get so involved as they did, from the Senegal, Egypt, the Nigerians, all of them just being so like, can we please also have some events, and then hosting them, and then having them be so enthusiastic. That was one of my personal favorites of FGCAfricas. MrJivs.
Getting mobbed by CharlieWolf.
Well, I mean, in terms of helping out with FGC Africa, I just started, so on the helping out front, behind the scenes, not much memories there. But in terms of, contending and stuff, something that I will never forget, a personal highlight for me, I couldn't sleep that night, is I somehow, by sheer force and luck and whatever, I managed to reverse 3-0 Mr. 5K. And I remember just like being in such awe, and MadTitan on comms was just like, oh my god, like what the hell? And he was just like shaking it. And he was just losing his shit. And that was just so awesome. I think that was either Metal State or CGL. It was one. I think it was Metal State. Yeah.
Yeah. It was Metal State.
Yeah, that was really cool. So that was like probably the highlight of my MK playing so far.
Great.
But yeah, I just look forward to the many memories that will come, helping out to create more events for everyone.
Fantastic, guys. We're in the end game now of the questions. We just got 2 questions there, which will be one specific to us, and then just a couple chat questions followed up by a fun trivia quiz, and then we'll be ending the podcast. So first one is Injustice 3 or MK12?
Injustice 3.
Injustice 3, logically,
MK12.
Injustice 3 first. There's been
know
rumors
what
of
happened there
MK12,
logically.
but logically,
Logically,
Injustice.
we
No,
expect
logically it would be
Injustice.
Injustice 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
Injustice 3. And
Wait. Actually, Shells, does anyone suspect a crossover? Or do you think they're going to stick to title? Do you think we might get like an MK versus whatever they tried versus DC for MK8? Or are they going to stick with what they think is a winning recipe? Because they got the formula right? I think they've got it down on pat now. So do you think they're going to be bold and try something new?
I think they're going to. I think there might be a blend. I think there's going to be some kind of blend. I think they're going to break rhythm. But I would like to see an Injustice 3 just because Injustice 2 was a great game. It just wasn't for me. So I think like they brought another variation of it, like they did how they changed Mortal Kombat so drastically from MKX to MK11. Let's say they did the same thing with Injustice, and they changed it completely and made it a lot more competitive focused. I would be sold.
But Injustice is a legacy game from 1 to 2. So
1 to 2, yeah. But I think there's going to be a change, surely.
Well,
I'd love to see what NRS can do with Marvel characters.
either way, what they do,
Yeah.
that'd be
MK versus
insane.
Marvel.
what is FGC
Yeah.
Africa going to do? What
Crazy.
is the next event going to be called if it is Injustice?
Justice for Africa.
Justice for Africa.
Nice, I like that one there.
That's actually a good question. What do you call an event for FGC Africa when it's not MK? Eh?
Yeah, exactly. We've got Combat Africa.
We've
for
got
the
Khan
longest
of
time.
Africa, so what would be the thing for Injustice? Use the title.
Africa's finest.
The God Among Us.
He got Among Us, yeah.
Or-
God Among Us. Yeah.
Or it's right in front of us, Justice League, man.
Hero of Justice.
I think we want to go a bit more regional than Justice League.
Yeah, we got to think of something good. I was ready to play. Well, so see, guys, this is how we literally debate it. We literally sit here and go, "That's shit. What a shit
Yeah.
one."
Yeah.
Saying-
See, I wasn't wrong. I wasn't wrong.
Normally Titan comes up with all the shit stuff, and the rest of us just put it back together again.
I want to let you know that Africa will rise is what I give. So that's not
Africa's
so shit.
kryptonite.
Africa's
Africa's
Keep
kryptonite.
digging at me. I don't know why.
Oh, funny. So, guys, that's basically the end of the question side of things. I'm gonna go through the chats and see if there's any couple innuendos or anything to the people that they would like to know. Solid asked for an introduction to all of us, which we did give. Jivs wins with hairstyle, so apparently top tier of the
gosh.
7us is S plus tier goes to Jivs.
It's a wig, guys. It's a wig. You can't see it's a wig.
AK Slay in chat saying seeing 5,000 in Celtic Throwdown was brilliant. Zeng, you want to say something there, pal?
I think we were speaking about the highs in FGC Africa, and I think we can't speak about the highs without speaking about the lows. I think
Fair.
one of my lowest moments is seeing both Killjoy and 5K missing out on their international
Oh,
Yeah, that
tournament
wasn't dope.
invites.
Twice.
I think these guys actually have months to prepare for these tournaments, and they can let us know like who do you want to bring to the table. But I think it's also difficult on their part. They want to bring the hottest guy at the moment to the table. And I saw who took Justin's position, Azerbaijan. Huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
That guy play Hamza solo, who's from the northern side, on his stream, and Hamza bodied him. And Azerbaijan is no walkover. He actually did well at the Dragon Temple, and Hamza just cleaned him out.
But that's what I talk about, Zayn, about that unreal talent.
We
We
had
have talent, and not seeing them go out and compete was actually heartbreaking for me, man.
Yeah, we had a long chat, all of us, about that one. We tried to figure out how can we, as a platform and a promotion team, get in contact with these people. I think I actually spoke with Cholwe as well about it. And, it really came down to it was no one's fault except theirs. Just not giving enough time and not really knowing how African visas work and how much time is required for African players to, and in the
Takes long
midst
for us.
of in the midst of the pandemic was also, it didn't help either. 2 weeks, try and get a visa to fly into another country, it just didn't work out, hey. But yeah, you can know that we will be watching out when the new events come out, and we will be putting our 2 cents in, our $5 in the next time something like this comes up. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They often say if you want something to happen, you just have to like say it out into the universe. It has to be known, and it will come. So I just want to say, like events like Dragon Temple and stuff, like the production on that was just so lit. Like it was so well done, and it was just really awesome to see. So I'm gonna put it out into the universe. Let it be known that Africa will have an event like that someday. Full on camera team, production, whatever, and
Bliono and graphics.
foreign players will come here and compete with the local guys, and it's just going to be insane. So let the universe know it's there.
There it is. It's out there in the ether. Let it be.
Yeah.
Guys, before we conclude, we're going straight into the Speedfire Fun Trivia Quiz. It's the last for the season. A couple of you have competed in this. CharlieWolf, MadTitan, you've run the gauntlet before, so I hope you got your thinking caps on. Parasurama, Jivs, and Zeng, this will be the first time you playing the Speedfire Fun Trivia Quiz, so I wish you the best of luck.
Charlie and Lebo can carry us.
No.
Wait. How's this gonna work?
Yeah, I'm gonna explain it to you now. It's different from last season. Last season, where CharlieWolf and MadTitan played in, it was strictly MK trivia. This season, it's anything and everything. So answers are welcome in chats. I'm sure everyone knows this. The rules are very simple. You have 5 to 10 seconds to answer. It's out of 7, meaning there's a bonus point now available on some questions. I think only one question this time has 2 points. Scoreboard has been reset. CharlieWolf won last season with Killjoy in second place.
I did?
Yeah, he did. First to answer will be the main answer between the 5 of you. So the 5 of you, first person to answer will be the main answer, and it can't be shared. So I'll give you guys all a chance before answering to choose who you think should answer the question.
Oh.
You get that?
Yeah.
So you guys go I, or someone says no, not CharlieWolf. I'll take it.
Not Lebo.
Yeah, just go. If Lebo goes I, just go no, not Lebs.
Okay.
No, block.
And it's real easy. You guys need to beat 5 out of 7. Mark the Shark is number 1. You guys have got 6 questions, meaning that 1 question's out of 2. So yeah, you still out of 7. Yeah, you literally just need to get more than 5. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go.
What is the next Combat Africa volume number?
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 3.
Did you guys really let him lose the question there?
No.
Okay, all right. First of all, he's not allowed to answer anything.
Okay, so Jivs is out. I'll give you guys another chance for that because that was hilarious.
I just read that.
Thank you.
That's alright.
Thank you. Did you say 3?
He did.
Oh.
No.
Hey, chat, help!
What is the next Combat Africa volume, guys, without cheating?
41.
I'll give you guys half a point for that because that is unacceptable. Oh, funny. And Marcus Shark already coming in. No second chances. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna allow that. Jivs, 3.
Well, but he did say he would give us all 5 of us a chance to answer. So Jivs was knocked out.
I
Charlie
said
got
I'd
it,
give
didn't
you
he?
all a chance to decide who's going to answer. Jivs just took it.
Is this a good question?
But we didn't even ask him or decide. He just kind of.
Next question, I think we stuffed up on that. As a team, we stuffed up.
Okay.
We did. Next one.
Name 4 Mortal Kombat games between MK4 and MK9.
Can I take that?
I can take it. Okay, go for it.
You guys agree with CharlieWolf taking it?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Charlie
Mortal
takes-
Kombat Gold, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Correct. Well done. If you wanted to miss any in between, it was Tournament Edition on Game Boy, Unchained on PSP, and
ESP,
MK
yeah.
versus DC Universe just before MK9.
There was actually some Sub-Zero Chronicles or something.
Yeah, but that
PS1
was, I
as
think
well.
that was before MK4.
Is
I
it?
think that was just before MK4. And then Quan Chi was kind of, we knew who Quan Chi was in MK4 because we've seen him in the mythologies.
Marcus Shark asking, what's MK Gold? Para, would you like to answer that?
No, I would not like. Let CharlieWolf answer that.
That's not the question. That's not the question. What is MK Gold? Out of free question.
I think it was the PlayStation 1 version of MK4.
Correct.
But didn't we also have Shaolin monks as well at some point, or were you just asking for just?
We answered for already, Lebo. We answered for already. Next question. We got the point. We got the point. Come on, Titan. Titan, come on.
Let's move it. Let's move it.
Okay,
Let's
question
move it.
number
Let's
3
move it.
is Quarantine Combat was the series before Combat Africa started in April 2020. True or false? Jibs has got his hand up. Guys, would you like to answer?
Are we gonna
No,
leave Jibs on this
No, we're
one?
not. No, we are not.
It is true.
No, you missed it. Forget about that.
I think it's a chance to redeem himself here, Titan. Go for it.
I don't know, man.
Jibs, make your answer.
Jibs.
True or false? I mean, it's 50-50.
Do I get it? Do I get to answer?
You do, yeah.
Okay, it's true.
Last chance for you, Jeff.
Correct.
Wait,
You
wait,
got it
wait,
right.
wait,
You
wait,
got
wait,
it.
wait,
You got
wait,
it.
wait.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it. Don't still think anymore.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Question
Don't
number
think.
4.
Just do it, bro.
I guess it's kind of aimed at the doctor. Is what is ludophobia the fear of?
What did I do?
Ludophobia.
Ludophobia.
No googling. Stop it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Jibs is not allowed to answer because I saw him typing.
I can have a guess.
Get your hands up, okay? Lebs, are you going?
It's not even going to. Lebs.
Okay, I'll answer this one. You can stand
Let's
down
go.
on this one.
Yeah,
Okay. Ludophobia is the fear of playing games, actually.
Oh my
If I'm
god,
correct.
totally Google.
Look at him pretending like he's not reading that shit, man.
No. It's fear. It's fear of playing games. It's literally that.
Dude, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is it wrong?
No, it's correct.
I
but
don't know. I think it might be wrong.
It's 100% correct. But
man.
I've got very big doubts in his face. He's just trying to claim he didn't. I can see it.
I didn't see anything. I'm
Okay,
not
no, that's
watching
cool.
I
Lebs,
believe-
you
I
clever,
believe.
we stupid. Yeah, go for it.
it. Okay. No.
Okay,
it's,
next question
clearly
is
I'm-
everyone's hands up like this. Hands up.
I can't see. No.
I can't see you, but okay, my hand is
No,
up.
what?
Hands
Yeah,
up.
I can't see you either.
Okay, fair enough. We'll give you guys that one. Name all social platforms FGC Africa is on. Jibs, would you like to go?
It's up to the gentleman to decide.
Well, I'm not going to answer, so Jibs, go for it.
FGC Africa. Okay, so FGC Africa, not Sheldzable, CharlieWolf, or
Correct.
anyone. So FGC Africa is on Facebook.
Correct.
They are on Twitter. And they are on YouTube, if you count it as it is a social
Of course,
platform.
yes.
Yeah.
There's
And
one more.
And one more.
No, you need all of them.
Two more, actually.
Doesn't Twitch count?
Yeah?
Discord
Twitch
and
and
WhatsApp.
Discord.
Twitch technically does.
Guys,
Yeah.
one
Twitch
person.
and Discord. count, yeah. Yeah.
One
Oh.
person.
Jibs, continue.
So Twitch, Discord, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
Yeah.
Five.
My man. Woo! 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 We won that.
Unfortunately, you didn't. You guys forgot Smash. So,
That's
unfortunate.
what?
You forgot.
That's
But
not a
Smash
social.
isn't-
That's not a social platform.
No.
I
That's
just
just
want to
a
remind you
website.
guys that you broke the
Yeah.
rules, so I have to give you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
You
That's
guys-
fine.
That is
You did get
Yeah.
all of them: Discord, WhatsApp,
Eventually.
YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. But unfortunately, you guys broke the rules. So.
Terrible.
And the last
And FGC
question.
Africa.
the
Oh,
last-
Mr. Soul says WhatsApp
rigged.
as well. We forgot WhatsApp.
No.
I said WhatsApp.
Para said WhatsApp. That was the trick one. I was wondering if you guys were
Uh,
going to get that one.
Yeah.
Question 6 is: what is the first episode to feature Bliono's designs of Combat Africa?
Carlo, we're looking at
Bliono when
you.
you need him.
Okay.
I'm not going to cheat, but I'm going to say, if you guys will allow me, and I'm probably wrong, but I'm the only one brave enough to actually try. So I'm going to go with episode 18.
So close.
Ah,
So close. It was episode 15.
Bro, I had that in the back of my head. I won't even lie to you, man.
Shut up. Shut up. No, stop it.
Let's check if the chat wants to allow one random question. Because you guys are on 4.5, and I wanna see if we can pull in the clutch. Let's Google a
But
random
this should
question,
be
and let's see
with
if
5.
let's see if you guys can answer it. Are you guys ready? We're gonna chuck in a random question.
No names, please.
And if you guys get it, we'll see. Oh damn! Why am I not getting random trivia question? Someone in chat. Salt series. I was asked, when was the first date of the first Salt series?
Oh my gosh.
CharlieWolf.
Huh, okay, cool. This one's easy. Well, I think it's a good, fair one. On every continent, there is a city named what?
Capital?
Wow.
It's a capital, yeah.
Wow.
Not capital. No, it's not a trick question. There is a city in every continent named this specific one.
What?
A legit name for a city that's
Yeah,
on
legit
every
name
single
for a city, yeah.
continent.
Yeah.
Continent.
Okay, we've gone too far down the rabbit hole.
It would be something like, I don't know.
Parry, you want to try?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll be just guessing.
CharlieWolf, you got
Oh,
any
no,
idea?
don't guess. Find at least one in 2 continents.
sorry, I
Hit the Google. Shame.
had
Okay,
a quick
we
urgent
Can we
matter.
get
I
it
didn't
like
get the question.
there is a city named. On every continent there is a city named what?
On every continent, there's a city named what?
Yeah. What's the name of the city?
There's actually none, bro.
No.
It's not a trick question.
Let me answer this. Let me answer this.
We're asking for a tip. Can you give us the first letter?
Yeah, sure. It's R.
Shelds, can I answer this?
Yes.
No. Don't do that.
Guys, I think the one he's looking for, he's just confirmed it with R. He's looking for Rome,
Correct.
but Antarctica doesn't have Rome.
Huh.
Is Antarctica an our continent?
Yes.
I'm gonna give you half a point there, Zeng, which makes you guys tie with Mark the Shark with 5 out of 7 for your answers.
No, we want a full point, man.
There was leniency there. I let you guys go all the way through it. I even still gave you half a point for Combat Africa Volume 3. Okay.
So you,
Alright,
what's
we'll
it?
take the
Rome?
dub. We'll take the 5.
Rome.
Yeah,
Rome.
Rome.
There's a city named Rome on every continent, yeah.
Oh, Rome.
Okay, so running it back. What is the next Combat Africa volume? It is volume 41, not 3, which you got half a point of. Name 4 MK games. We got MK Gold, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon, and what I can't remember. Yeah, you got all those ones. Yeah. Quarantine Combat was the series just before Combat Africa series started. Correct, it was true. Ludophobia is the fear of gaming, thanks to Dr. MadTitan.
That's what's up.
Social platforms that FGC Africa is on. They're on Discord, WhatsApp, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. That's basically a plug question. And what is the first episode to feature Bliono's new designs and the new paint and the new lick of paint that FGC Africa got? And that was on volume 15. The man has been hard at work to get all the way to volume 40. Guys, that's the end. You managed to tie, which means you guys will all make it into the actual quiz night. So well done on that. We'll be having a quiz. Let's talk FGC. So you guys will automatically get an invitation back. Well
Yes.
which will be quite interesting. We're gonna see how we're gonna figure that one out. But yeah, that concludes the season. 10 episodes, 10 guests. What a awesome ride. Thank you all for tuning in, and big thanks obviously my guests for the evening. I'll take you guys all through them shortly. Before you go, please check out my YouTube for more episodes. Come and follow me, Sheldzable, on Twitter. I'm also on Twitch, and I have a link tree, which I'm going to pop in the chat now. Bang. Tonight we were joined by not Let's Talk FGC, FGC Africa. I'm going to take you through our guests tonight. We have CharlieWolf, aka Carlo. I'm going to use your government names now. We got MadTitan, aka Lebs. We got MrJivs, aka Jivan. We got Jay Mysterio, yeah. We got Prakash, aka Parasurama. We got myself, Sheldzable, aka Sheldon. And we got Zeng, aka fstats.
Yee.
Only Yonko.
Only Yonko.
Yeah, the man who changes his name. He changed his name for CarnivAfrica. It was something else. I can't remember what it was.
Marshall D teach.
There it is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why I called him, aka he changes his name too much. So, big shout outs to you guys. Thanks so much for taking the time out of this beautiful Tuesday night to come and hang out with me on my show. I will be back shortly again for more interviews, beginning of October or late September, depending on how CarnivAfrica goes. So that's going to be the main focus now. If you guys would like to join in for the first episode, that's already lined up. We got legendary league winner Zaza coming in for the very first episode. So that's definitely going to be a nice way to launch the new season. So thanks to the collective of FGC Africa. Last words from all of you guys. CharlieWolf?
Yeah, just look forward to more content coming on CharlieWolf Gaming, and yeah, let's just keep growing Africa. Africa will rise.
MadTitan?
Really excited to see what's happening in the next season, with Jibs joining us. FGC Africa, we're hoping to grow. That's just what it is all about right now, especially the new that we've put together. I'm happy to see some expansion from what we have done so far there at the moment.
Jay Mysterio?
Yeah, guys, follow me on Twitter at MrJivs. And yeah, just keep an eye out for all the posters will be coming your way from the intern. And yeah, we hope you enjoy what's to come.
Parasurama?
I'm gonna take AK's line of "Let's grow, let's go," or "Let's go, let's grow." Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And the only Yonko.
Guys, don't be afraid to compete. We all get 2-0 times sometime, eh? 0-2 rather. We all go 0-2 sometimes. But it's the experience that matters.
Completely agree, yeah. Yeah.
Well, on that note, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and on this very special end episode for the season 2. And we'll see you very soon in a month's time. Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.
Good night.
Night.